Hey, what is up, church? Thank you so much for being with us today. Man, we have a great devotional for you, so let's get right into it. This is 2 Corinthians 6, 1 and 2. It says this, "As God's partners, we beg you not to accept this marvelous gift of God's kindness and then ignore it. For God says, at just the right time, I heard you. On the day of salvation, I helped you. Indeed, the right time is now. Today is the day of salvation." And so I was thinking about this idea of a gift. And here's what I want to ask you. What is the best gift you've ever received? For me, I think I was around sixth grade, and all of a sudden I saw this truck pull into the driveway. It had a brand new four-wheeler in the back of it. And all of a sudden this man began to unload this four-wheeler. My dad went out there to start talking to him. And so naturally, my curiosity kicked in and I went out there and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And my dad told me, he's like, "Well, your cousin is getting a brand new four-wheeler and he wanted to keep it at our house as a surprise." And I was like, "Oh man, okay, that's cool." Well, eventually, after my dad tricked me, he told me, "Hey, this is your brand new four-wheeler." And man, I was so excited. There is nothing better for a country boy from North Louisiana than a brand new four-wheeler. Now, the thing is, Paul's talking about this gift that God has given us. And the thing is, imagine if I would have gotten that brand new four-wheeler and then I would have parked it, took the key out, and then never used it. Man, what a waste of a gift. And what he's saying to the church here is that God has given you this great gift, but some of you are just wasting this gift. You know, I was thinking about this gift of God's grace because when God's grace comes into our life, it brings transformation. It's something that we walk in every single day. It gives us the ability to have a relationship with God, but not only have a relationship with God, but it also gives us an opportunity to have transformation happen in our lives. And I was thinking about what keeps us from God's grace. And I really thought about two things. The first one is this. The first one is a feeling of condemnation. We think, hey, we don't deserve this. Man, I got sin, I got shame. No one knows, no one knows us as well as we know ourselves. And sometimes when we think about, man, how sinful we really are, it's really hard for us to receive God's grace because man, I don't deserve it. Well, the truth is we don't deserve God's grace, but it is a gift that he freely gives to us. The second thing that I think holds us back from this is this spiritual apathy. And what I mean by that is sometimes we treat God's grace or we treat salvation the same way that we treat an inspection sticker for our car. Now, I have never met anyone that is super passionate about having an inspection sticker. Let's be honest, most of us really don't care that much about them. It's something that we place on our car so that we don't get a ticket. And my fear is that there's a lot of people out there that they said, you know what, I just want God's grace. I just want salvation so that I have this fire insurance so I don't go to hell. The motivation for salvation is not that we don't go to hell, but it's that we get to have a relationship with God. I was thinking about this. Me and my wife, Chelsea, we just celebrated 1 year of marriage. It would be like, rejecting salvation or not living and walking with God after salvation would be the same thing as me and Chelsea showing up to our wedding, signing the papers, and then instead of going on the honeymoon, going our separate direction. It makes no sense. See, salvation is not the finish line for a Christian. It is the starting line. It's where everything starts. So here's my question for you today. When is the right time to start serving God? This is an easy one. It is today. What I want to encourage you with, maybe you are that person that struggles with condemnation. You have things and you just like, man, Ryan, I'm a sinful person. I just have so much trouble. Here's what I want to tell you. God has forgiven you of your sin. Even the sin that you struggle with still. That thing that you just keep messing up or you keep struggling with over and over again. God's grace is great enough to forgive you of that and to bring healing into your life and bring transformation. The other thing is if you're struggling with spiritual apathy, man, remember that salvation, this is not just something that we do. It's not just a merit badge. It's not just a get out of hell free card. Man, salvation is an opportunity for us to get to live a life that pleases God. God has great works and blessings in store for your life, but it's up to us to take advantage of the gift of grace that He has given us. Man, we love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in with us, man. Don't forget to like and share. We'll see you back tomorrow.